What's good, people? Uncle Hotep back at it again. Happy Hump Day. Hotep's been told you tomorrow, 8 o'clock. Ruling has come down in Louisville, Kentucky, on the Breonna Taylor case. One officer was charged with 3 counts of first-degree wanton endangerment. 2 other officers aren't charged. Now, this is the same officer that was relieved of his duty. To me, this is a fair judgment. You know, he gave his the man we're looking at right now, I thought it was a well-spoken and presented himself with class, presented the facts of what the state police found, what the FBI found. I think one of the big discrepancies was the state police couldn't find out who shot, which gun shot and killed Breonna, but the FBI was able to find it out. I don't know if the FBI just has special glowies. But as you can, you can tell, I don't know if you guys are on YouTube and watch any other streams. After I do this video, I'm going to tune in some streams tonight, and why I watch Jimmy Butler try to put away the Celtics, and Heat put away the Celtics. People are mad. People don't think justice was served. I'm here to say justice was probably served here. No, probably it was. I always said it was just an accident. Accidents do happen, especially in that line of work. I think people are trying to, run with a narrative, racially motivated and things of that nature. I don't believe any of that was the case. I think they cleared up some stuff. They said it was a knock warrant. I mean, it wasn't a no-knock warrant, and they did knock. And they said that they have one witness. One witness to say, they heard the knocking. The police knock, identify themselves. Now, how many times they did that before they breached the door? I don't think that was mentioned. You have to wait for the grand jury paperwork to be released, but they won't release it now because they're charging one of the officers with wanton endangerment. And I believe it was because, he was just doing a spray and pray, and I think he just fired through, the big windows they have. And I guess they had a patio window or something like that, and he was just firing through there. You can't just recklessly discharge a weapon. I know people are shooting at you, right? Or one shot was fired and hit one of the officers. But still, you still have to, you can't spray and pray. You can't be a police officer and spray and pray under that circumstance. I don't believe, especially firing, because I think some of the bullets went into a neighboring apartment, and there was people there. There was a baby there. So that's why they're charging him with, I guess that's the 3 counts, for the Taylor apartment and the apartment next door. But let me just play what this guy said about this. Part of what well-spoken man, I think he gave a great performance.
Another example of the Black community not getting full justice. And what specifically do you plan to do to calm a community that's long been hurting? And do you understand that anger that people might feel?
I certainly understand the pain that has been brought about by the tragic loss of Ms. Taylor. I understand that as a attorney general who is responsible for all 120 counties in terms of being the chief legal officer, the chief law enforcement officer. I understand that. I understand that as a Black man, how painful this is. And which is why it was so incredibly important for make sure that we did everything we possibly could to uncover every fact. And I know, look, this team, myself, the members of the representatives of the Attorney General's office have taken a lot of criticism and scrutiny. But that scrutiny in many ways was misplaced, because there was not a day that people in this office didn't go to sleep thinking about this case, and it wasn't a day where the first thing on our minds is getting to the truth in this case. And obviously, again, the criminal law is not meant to respond to every sorrow and grief, and that is true here. But my heart.
Criminal law is not meant to respond to every sorrow and grief. In other words, accidents do happen.
Heart breaks for the loss of Miss Taylor, and I've said that repeatedly. My mother, if something was to happen to me, would find it very hard. And I've seen that pain on Ms. Palmer's face. I've seen that pain in the community. And what our responsibility in the AG's office was to make sure that we uncovered every fact, that we utilized every resource that we could bring to bear to uncover the facts and the truth, and that's ultimately what we presented to the grand jury. On the question of what I'm going to do, I've talked to partners in the community about helping to be a constructive member of any conversations moving forward. I recognize in my remarks, I mentioned the fact that we'll be establishing a task force in the coming days ahead to look at best practices for warrants. So there is a lot that I can do in this platform to help.
Okay, sir.
Daniel Cameron, ladies and gentlemen. Here, Jessica Fry saying she wants to knock his teeth out. Claims all the neighbors said the officers did not announce themselves. But see, that's the thing. You know, I guess it was a tight apartment complex. It's very possible they did announce themselves and not everybody heard it. You know, it was 12 o'clock midnight. You know, this person, that the independent witness that they say they have, he might have been the only person up. You know, and the other people might have woke up after, you know, they decided to breach. Here said, just admitted to what I accused him of doing in this article. He was focused on presenting a case to the grand jury that cops were justified in killing Breonna Taylor, and that's what the grand jury did. I mean, he should present the case of what happened. You know, and if what happened, could that have been avoided? I think that what they're saying is they could have avoided shooting into another apartment. But as for Breonna, you know, when they returned fire and she was hit, that was probably unavoidable. Now, I don't know why they would go at 12 o'clock at night. I don't know. I know in Pennsylvania, they get you to crack of dawn. They make sure they come at like 5, 6 in the morning. You know, I don't know what the 12 o'clock part is. You know, Louisville's. I don't know if it's about to be jumping. Here comes Keith Boykin. It sounds like Daniel Cameron is more concerned about the justice for people in Apartment 3 who were not killed than he's about the justice for Breonna Taylor was killed by the police in Apartment 4. Here goes Joy Reid. I'm not even read her nonsense. I don't know. It's a sad case all the way around. You know, a lot of people in the comments, oh, she's a trap queen and everything else. That doesn't absolve officers from spraying and praying and not doing their job correctly. You know, I see that a lot. You know, people will use what the person is accused of and use it to justify police actions. You can't do that. You know what I'm saying? Because then you would just have the Punisher or Judge Dredd. You know what I mean? It would be I am the law. You know what I mean? That's what type of society we would have. But I think this was the right verdict, the right decision. Well, not verdict, but this is the right decision that charged the officer that was just spraying and praying, and the other two officers not charged. But we'll see what happens at Louisville. Pray for Louisville. Hope it doesn't get out of control or anything. I doubt it will. You know, they came out prepared, and you know they locked off blocks, made sure cars can't get in or out. You know, barricades everywhere. I'm sure the police is out in force. So hold on, let me read what Robbie Starbuck is. This is what they're saying about Daniel Cameron. I'd spit in that Daniel Cameron's face. He's scum. On the other note, I hope Daniel Cameron's ancestors beat the bleep out of him and his white wife in their sleep every night. Hell, I'll even see if I can ask mine to help out if they get tired. Another coon. He needs his behind beat. Beat the hell out of him. It is what it is. We black folks is rough on themselves, right? It is what it is. Anyway, I'll talk to y'all later. Hoteps been told you tomorrow. Peace.